Greetings, mortals. I am Nathas, the ruler of the underworld, and today we will be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, chapter 123, titled Resolve. So I guess Tristan's finally gonna be doing something in a fight instead of just getting his ass kicked. It was about fucking time. Like, I think at the beginning of this arc, a lot of people were saying this is gonna be like a Tristan focused arc, and yeah, it seems like we're finally getting to that we're finally getting at least some focus on him. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like he has not been having any kind of character arc, but like this clearly turned out to be a more Percival-centric arc than a Tristan arc, with him barely even being a presence in it. But yeah, anyways, let's go through the color page, because today we have a color page to actually instead of a front page. And the color page to me is just the emphasis on how Nakaba isn't really, how should I say, good at using his color selection. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the colors he's chosen for these characters, but it's like a little too bright. Like, Mortlak's hair and armor look almost the same color. It actually looks like Mortlak's armor and cape are combined colors of his hair. Like, that's his hair. Now, Nashi seems to have greenish hair, even though he should have black hair, if we'll be honest to ourselves. I think the boom effects are actually making Gawain have a different shade of purple than she previously had. I mean, even Chaos Creature's purple, it seems a bit like a weird combination. Generally speaking, another example why Nakaba needs to have someone else do the coloring, because these are just like, they're just too bright if you ask me. But yeah, anyways, we continue this chapter where we left it last time, where Gawain just uppercutting the Chaos Creature and not saying it completely down, but it's kind of like, it's kind of similar to Magna versus Dante, where Dante was like just barely keeping himself from hitting the floor as he got the uppercut by Magna in the middle of the fight. So yeah, we also get like a fact on the fire still like moving the creature down, kind of looking like it's just controlling the fire to punch it to the ground. As then we have Trishan having an inner monologue going like, well, remembering, is actually having remembering what Gawain told him last chapter with, I'm just as much of a washout as you, but it's fine, isn't it? That's who I am, and that's what you are, aren't you, Tristan? As I guess he's kind of also reliving that little encouraging talk he gave her in Laura's arc. As then we have the torso mouth opening up and setting up some fire at Gawain as it kind of goes around her body, but then the lion eye looks in horror as we see Gawain like just kind of taking it, and I'm not sure if this is like supposed to be the after effect of the fire. This is just some kind of protection she used, or this is just like a cool effect. But regardless, Gawain is covered something, and she's like completely without any damage from that fire. As Gawain screams, "You thought flame could work against the sun?" So far, she did say sun since those yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all know where we're staring at the Gawain in this battle, because again, it's like a really I really like this battle of muscular Gawain, because it actually does look more logical than it did previously in the first chapters. Then we get the tail of that chaos creature going at Gawain, but Gawain just grabs it and sends it to the floor for Sumo Slaw, as we actually see the chaos creature being lifted up in the air and hitting it. So, as surprisingly enough, it still keeps its sword in its hand, and then it goes for a swing. As then we have it, as it then is able, and then it hits Gawain. She's able to block back. Good hit, little. But actually, doesn't turns up she was the one that blocked it. Actually, Tristan finally remembering he has fucking goddess powers. Like, seriously, Tristan, you can at least use your goddess powers from the very get-go. I don't even understand why you were hesitant on using them. As then we have Gawain be like, you do realize I could block it, right? As Tristan is in his, I think just using his goddess on I think his normal eye is, his demon eye is normal. As Tristan says, My father that is himself, my mother herself, and I am me. Something I've been told many times by everyone around me, but somehow, when you said it, Gawain, it made sense. So, yeah. Okay, this is also a weirdly feminine panel of Trishan, but regardless. As Gawain's like, Skybia, I guess it's. I guess she's realizing it's more of like a. Because Gawain is in the same boat as Trish, and that's why she's able, her words reach more because again it's like the other ones do not have to deal with this issue. Like Elizabeth doesn't have to deal with the issue that she's a reincarnated god and a human. Mano's a full demon. So them saying that it's kind of like you don't feel the same. Like you can't exactly relate. Like you can say it and you can have the right message, but it's like it's kind of but it's not like one to one. But Wayne does have a more one to one. I mean, not exactly like half human, half goddess hybrid type of situation, but it's like she is more related to it. Although technically speaking, she's a if the theory that she's a copy of Merlin and well, a clone of Merlin and Askenor, she might be a copy of an old human and a new human or something. I mean, I think it's implied that I think it's there that the Merlin's something is human but isn't 100% human. So yeah. Then we have the chaos creature screaming like "Oh!" as it goes to another attack. As then we have it like kind of swing around, but Tristan is I think able to like parry it and Gawain is able to dodge it. As then we have Gawain saying, "Because we are so much in the same, that much the same. I'm sure. I'm not sure." Uh, as well, we have Gawain screaming, "Because we are so much the same. I'm sure." As like I said, as then we have Tristan saying, "I'm not sure. I agree. I'm hardly as arrogant as you, for one." I mean, at least at least, and she's not so much of a sucker as you are because you can beat him by everyone. As Gwen just says, ha ha ha, oh sure, don't be shy. I mean, you guys all have, like, here's the thing about Halo's arrogance. It half the time I really do have to question how much it's supposed to be arrogance or pride, and how much it's just supposed to be being them acknowledging they're badasses. Because again, like it's not really gonna have them. Alright, Gawain got comeuppance in the Leonis arc for being arrogant, but and you can also in the SR with the whole Chaos Knights, but like I rarely do heroes get like comeuppance for their arrogance. But yeah, guys, we have for then Scripture be like, as it hit Tristan and sent him away, but Gawain just like teleported. I think she's using a hand sign as Tristan is flying by her, as Gawain says, "Passionate song," as that like hits the thing, and the Chaos creatures are kind of like went straight into its torso. That looks like it kind of ripped, like it looks like it burned its all around hair. But I don't think that's actually what the case is. Is there the case because kind of grah? As then we have Gawain screaming to Tristan, "Tristan, can you do that transformation you showed us in your kingdom?" And Tristan tells her, "For a few seconds only. Yes, any more and I'll lose myself." So basically explaining why he was able to use it against Malaska, but wasn't able to use it against Malgalon without going crazy. As if just saying, "If I do it, I know you and our friends will suffer for it." As then we have the Gawain telling Tristan, "Huh, if I were fully charged, I could have stopped that. Right now, that's a tall order." So there's this bit of a talk back now where is Gawain correct or is she being arrogant when she says that she could stop it if that the demon mark Tristan at her full charge? I'm kind of on the lines of believing her because one thing, it's kind of a anime trope, the fact that when you have a character have a unknown and more difficult to reach level of power, they are gonna be extremely broken. It's like Tristan thing, like him not using goddess power, no, him not using demon powers, but using goddess power so freely because his demon powers are so overwhelmingly more powerful. And similar case here, where I can in the Gawain not fully charged is a lot stronger than the Gawain that's currently fighting. Also, I think Gawain does have enough intelligence when she's like unarrogant to objectively scale at, and I do think Gawain should know the level of power. Like not only did she see that form, she also saw the shining growth and knocked it out. So Gawain would have a very like good chance to like objectively scale Christian's powers to herself. So I'm more inclined to believe that she and her fully charged state could be that thing. But she doesn't mean that about that transformation, she cannot. So I guess it's one of those like they realize the little pickle they are in right now. As if the chaos creature like again, it has to be regenerated or something because of the way it literally looked like it was getting burned completely. As it's going like raw, as they have Gawain again going there for a little fire punch. As he's like, if so, we will outlast and outstrike him then. Basically, explain the difference in strategies. As they have the Gawain like punching at him, like, raw. And they have just a bunch of panels, which admittedly do seem to be like where Makala was kind of struggling with drawing or finishing the chapter, where we have her like just punching and kicking and boom, 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 boom. But while she's hitting it, we have the chaos creature grabbing her, kind of like a doll, ironically enough. As they have Trisha like getting some attacks ready, as he uses shooting star, as they are sending the chaos creature, and it's back like as they hit him in the ground. As they have the chaos creature, as they have Gawain looking at the things and the attack, and she's like, "That chaos stuff at work. This much resistance to light magic, a demon's greatest weakness." So yeah, Gawain does know about chaos staffs and does know they have the ability stuff like this. So again, I have to question why did she just take Rosebank's staff and break it? That's what it kind of seems like it would have been a quick. So just like throw these guys down, grab Rosebank on her feet, shake her until she drops the weapon, and then crush it. It'd be kind of easy if you ask me. So yeah, kind of a weird thing that we having her know about the chaos staffs and how they work. But because they have the chaos well, they have the chaos creature turning back to it because it's I guess the resistance is finally like kicking into a point it doesn't have to like completely take that dock and cover. It turns around and sends a spell at it, which kind of looks like it's kind of like kind of spinning it out there and sending an attack through it, and then it goes. But then this blacks hits the one of the shooting stars and it has like a giant explosion that even sends this chaos creature with I was expecting that recoil. And it also kind of like sends some air towards Trish and it's like whoa, and she's like whoa. And then it also like has go away a bit. Well, not she doesn't really get move. It's kind of like one of those like her hair that's gonna be like oof. And then goes like okay, this is it. Trishan, keep firing that thing, but unleash your dark magic while you do. And he's like, huh? What was that? It's going like, the force generated by darkness and light canceling each other out can't break any defense. So, yeah. As they were going, I was saying, it's something only you as a Nephilium can do. As they have Tribek, only I can do? As they have Tribek, but you'll get kinda too! As then Gohan is always trying to chant before he even while he's saying this with Est Rosa, Rosa Moon, Celsef, Cel Rosa, and then she's immediately behind him. Like this is again why I think why her saying that it's fully charged she could take down Demon Mark Tristan because again like you see how she figured out that spell, what to use, how he should be able to do it, and really knew how to get out of the situation. Like this is why this is another evidence for it. As goes like, do it now! As just like, oh, okay! I guess he forgot she could teleport. As the chaos creature's like, where did you even go? As then we have Trishan turning the other eye into a demon eye. As we have Trishan using Darks, no! As then we have a bunch of those chaos orbs around him. As then he sends shooting star as those like hit one another. As then we see like the aftermath on the creature's shoulder and hair. Then we see like a little hole around it. Like it looks, it's actually funny looking because the hair seems to still be connected by even the smallest pieces. They are not going down, getting moved at all. But guys, it did the damage that he was hoping. They were hoping for. They just like, it worked. And then he sends Francis a spell with annihilation. and then it completely starts to blow up all over the chaos creature. Like around that. It's at the back of the head. It's in the shoulders. It's in the legs. It's just all over the place. And when it stopped firing, the chaos creature is basically like, I mean, it looks like the sword is falling down a bit as the left side of its body is well, the left arm side is completely blown up to a point of even the nose and the eye of the lion. The right arm is blown off. The legs have like a bunch of holes through them. Even the waist is blown up to smithereens, and there's like, as there we have going back. Great, my magic's wholly tapped out. As then we have Chisel saying, I'm running out. I'm empty too. And then we have Gawain going from her muscular, thick form to her child form. As Trish and Capri just falls down to the ground. As we then get our far right panel from Isola and Chion's perspective as they have Gawain and Tristan falling down. As Isola's like, Bring Tristan! I'm so useless! I'm literally a few miles away because I got hit by one fucking arrow! Like, seriously, woman, you're not even like dying by the sound of it. You're just on the ground. And then we have the Chaos Creature be like, what do I fucking do? Oh, I know. As it turns away, as then Gawain on the floor is like, is there realizing what the thing is staring at? As then we see that the creature is staring at the portal. So yeah. Now I'm a bit weird how the Gawain's already lacking on the fully charged state because again, like this was something she said she was gonna have to, re-energize herself, and I think it was stated to have been a few days of recovery. So I have to question why is she already running on low? Especially since it didn't seem like she was that concerned about running on low in Lioness. I mean, it's one of those plot running lows type situations. It's like how earlier in the story, characters will have like or be running out of mana really quickly. Yet in the middle to the end of the story, characters are gonna have like infinite pools, but they're able to use more techniques than they're ever even able to ever use. Like even people who are supposed to have very low manas, and that's literally mentioned a lot of times, they're still somehow able to do 10 times more than most people who are supposed to have high manas. So it's probably one of those situations, but it's still kind of weird that Gway's already running on low, especially since it wasn't even fully charged. I mean, and also it's now has to question why she was able to use was in that whole form previously, since she didn't look like she was that concerned about her running low in that form. Maybe it's like a how quickly she gets things started or something. But it's kind of weird. Anyways, then we have the chaos creatures trying to like make some kind of like I think hellfire spell to sand at him since she still have because the creature still has a mouth. And then we have Gawain screaming, he's trying to use his last reserves to destroy the door to Camelot. As then we get the door to Camelot, which again, I feel like someone could be watching this through the door to Camelot. As they have Tristan saying, Gawain! Gawain! Teleport! Be in front of him, please! As they have Gawain kind of going back to her feet, so he's like, are you mad? You just said you were out of magic! Which is true, as then we have Tristan saying, I have one more swing left in me! Come on right now! As then we have Gawain saying, it's your funeral, Est Rose Rosemont Rose Celsef Rose. As then we have Tristan teleported up there as he uses his Philo swinging his blade as he uses full counter. And she does it like, I have to imagine it's a very like half-assed, like, kind of thing. As we have the Chaos attack going towards him, but it actually gets swung back into the creature. And so much that it kind of blows up in its face, which sends Tristan away. I guess we can at least which I think is actually the first time he's used full counter in Four Knights of the Apocalypse. Like I know he used it in Gouge of Edinburgh, so that's confirmed that he has it. But I don't think he used it previously in the Four Knights of the Apocalypse. So yeah, I guess at least we can confirm that he perfected it. It's probably one of those Not to make his repertoire look very similar, so we decided to keep it more reserved. So it's not gonna be a comparison between him and those too many. So yeah, it's nice seeing him doing that. As they get the explosion, as Goen's like a bit surprised that he's able to use full counter or based on the reaction. Chion and Sora are covering their faces because of the explosion. As then we get like this giant demonstration of how big the explosion is, as we have like this several. I want to say bigger than the fucking. It destroys like several of these like pillars or trees or whatever they were from the explosion as it completely obliterates everything. As we see, like, we also see the Percival platoon and the rest of the Chaos Knights there. As we see, like, on the floor, Nazian's still stoned, Dawn is still stoned. I'm assuming they're still turned to stone because they're not moving. I guess that confirms that it's not some kind of Livet's magic that's been petrifying them, because otherwise they would be free by now, unless we're assuming this is so quickly that even the effects of magic couldn't dispel quickly enough for them to be able to move. As we see the other Chaos Knights on the ground. I was a bit confused on where they were because, again, like, it seemed to have been implied they were going to be killed or something. But they seem to just be unconscious on the floor. As Rosebeck is just staring there, probably in shock. Would be surprised if she's just gonna faint from the demonstration of power here. Like, what the hell? But she probably pissed herself. Like, if she didn't piss herself after seeing Gawain for multiple reasons, then she is gonna be pissing herself now. She's going to clean herself soon. Anyways, then we get a bit of a demonstration of destruction all over the place. I'm hoping that the portal remained closed because, I mean, we do see it here, so it does seem like it remained together, but I'm not sure if the rest did as well. There we get some rubble. Is there just a bit? Ah! And this I was like, oh. As we see Trishan and Swords and the rest of the demons on the floor. I guess they got returned back to normal after they were defeated. Kind of funny, since I thought it was you are supposed to be destroying the Chaos Staff. Or something like that, or maybe, like, it's kind of, I think it was stated by Lancer that you can only break to turn someone free if their staff is broken. Who knows? Maybe Rosebud soiled herself so much that it actually destroyed the staff or something. Or she fell so hard on her face that it destroyed it. I don't know, really, or what exactly happened. But regardless, we have Tristan on the floor as he has swords on the side of him as the other demons are kind of like laying all over. As Tristan's like, "Hi, Swords!" And then we have Swords being very pissed off and very kind of have to kind of take back what he said. Is Swords like, the Ten Commandments shall forever be my heroes. I'll never forgive the seven deadly sins for beating them. And Trish is like, seriously, you still haven't forgiven us? As then we have for the final page of the chapter, Swords looking to Trish is like, but I'll admit it, Niflheim's power is deadly. I never had a chance at all. So basically, like, yeah, if Tristan went serious against Swords, he would have lost to. Swords would have lost to Tristan, like, no debate. Like, he can't even toy around with it. And then Tristan saying, yeah, but you were just as stood. Basically, like, yeah, I would have beaten you, but it's like you were weak. And then we have Swords be like, heh. But he's a bit like, oof. As someone sits on him, as we have Gawain sitting on his face. And, like, it's not even a joke. That's literally how she does. Like, she even does it in, like, that manly way where you have your legs spread across. So yeah, she's sitting on his face fully. And to that, I just have to. Damn it! It should have been me, not him. It's not fair. Which is, I believe, the reaction of the entire community, because let's be honest, we would all trade places with Swords in this situation. I mean, Gawain is literally, of her own free will, using his face as a fucking stool. Like, it's not even a joke, she's literally covering his entire face right now. That guy just won That guy just got the biggest L in this entire arc. As L's go, it's going Schwartz number 1. I'm guessing Percival against Mortlak. Gawain being the main contributor against this chaos creature. But clearly, Schwartz wins this round. Like, there's there's nothing, no debate. Like, there's nothing the rest can do. Schwartz just won. But anyways, Gawain is all grumpy now as she says it seriously. Like, aren't you heaping praise on the wrong person right now? Indeed, because that's Gawain's job. She's the one that, let's be honest, that's Gawain's the main reason why they won. Like, if Gawain didn't show up, give the inspiring speech, Patricia would have got his ass kicked. Is that should be like, oh, of course not. We only won thanks to your teamwork, Gawain. Hail the undefeated Master of the Sun. I mean, didn't he does know that Gawain, in her arrogance, they did admit that Palgod beat her, right? He is aware of that, right? She admitted defeat to Palgod. I mean, he's trying to, like, apologize, I guess, to not, hoping that she doesn't suffocate Swords with, like, oof, because she's clearly Saraham, but I don't know why you're trying to save Swords here, Christian. He's clearly winning here. He's dying the way every single person on the planet wants to die. By being sat on by Gawain. Bravo, Swords. So yeah, that's the end of the chapter. So this chapter was a very cool action chapter. It was a very solid chapter. I would say probably like one of those like nothing major plot breaking, but as a fight, it was a great conclusion. It was a great execution. I like how it worked. I like how the fight went. Generally, this was a really nice chapter. Like, yeah, it's not that interesting. You're not that excited for it, but I think it was handled really, really well. I wouldn't be even surprised if it's like handled better than the other two. Like the other two have their own significance, but this one I feel like was pretty solid. We'll have to wait and see the Lancer versus Nashi and Percival versus Mortlak fight. So yeah, as for the next chapter, if I had to predict, I would either say we're gonna focus and continue the battle between Percival and Mortlak, and then we'll continue the fight, and then we'll transition to the fight between Nanashi and Lancelot. Or maybe we're just gonna go into Nanashi versus Lancelot, since we've kind of wanted to finish this fight out completely. So yeah, this was a pretty solid chapter, fight wise and comedy wise. Yeah, uh, 9 out of 10 chapter in my opinion. So yeah, anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.